Board wipes are boring. Is it optimal to play board wipes in your commander deck? Well, yes. Is it fun though? Not all the time. Unless the board wipe is one-sided and lets you close out the game quickly, it just drags it out unnecessarily. So, I have some alternatives to board wipes in white that will take care of the threat most of the time without sending the game back to square one. First up, we have one of my all-time favorites, Council's Judgment. This is a sorcery for 3 mana that lets you and your opponents each vote for a non-land permanent. Whatever gets the most votes, or tied for the most votes, gets exiled. Notice it doesn't say target, so this gets around hexproof, and the exile obviously gets around indestructible. So if you each vote for a different permanent, you get to exile 4 things, but I find that I can usually get 2 things exiled consistently. The voting order can get a bit tricky, so I might make a video solely on how best to play this card if you guys are interested. A more straightforward version of this card is Unexplained Absence. For 1 more mana, you get an instant that will exile a non-land permanent for each opponent. Biggest threats are gone. Weird part of this one is it says each player, so you could actually exile something of yours, like a token, and try and cloak out something better. This one does target, but it avoids the whole voting thing, which I think is less fun, but most people might appreciate. Next we have The Legend of Yang Chen. Now this transforming saga may look like you'd only want it if your deck has synergies with the creature on the back, but I think just the first 2 chapters are well worth the mana cost. Again, we get around hexproof with the word chooses, but what I love most about this card is how you can use the second chapter to politic your opponent's choices for the first chapter. You can say, hey, if you choose this permanent that we really both want to get rid of, I'll let you draw 3 cards next turn. The only downside here is that it doesn't hit permanents with mana value 2 or less, but it still gets a majority of the big hitters in the format. Okay, and finally we get to Dismantling Wave. I think this card flies under the radar because of that big old 8 mana cycling cost, but when I play this card, 99% of the time I'm using it to destroy something from each of my opponent's boards, rather than that full board wipe. I find that by turn 3 or 4, most every deck has a pretty good target for this spell, and I can send each of them back a turn or 2. It's somewhat narrow, but it's also nice to have the flexibility of the full artifact enchantment wipe if you need it late game. Alright, so those were my top picks for board wipe alternatives in white. There are a lot of good options in this color, so let me know if I missed one that you like to play, because I'm always down for removing the key pieces of my opponent's board, but not resetting the entire game. And let me know if you'd like me to continue this series with the other colors, because